here's the secret, Kelsi, that
Okay.
nobody wants to say out loud, but
Ooh.
that is super powerful from CIA. You can't save everybody. Some people, the biggest contribution they can make in this world is to be a cog. The biggest contribution for them is to sacrifice themselves. The biggest contribution they can make is literally to be left behind and forgotten. In fact, if you look at it empirically, mathematically, there's something called the 80-20 rule. According to the 80-20 rule, 80% of the impact is going to be created by 20% of the people. So what does that mean for the other 80% of the people? It means they will never do anything of any significance. So why bother investing in that 80%? That is how the government thinks. And we need to understand that, because that is not flawed thinking. That is empirically, mathematically sound thinking. 80% of the population will do nothing of significance. Their entire existence really is going to be born, work your ass off, fail over and over again, pay your taxes, and die as quickly as possible so you're not a drain on the system. That's just the way it is. This is the power of thinking and acting like a trained intelligence officer. Once you realize that you have a limited amount of effort in your business, in your life, in your relationships, you only have a certain amount of time and you don't know how much time that is. You want to make sure that 80% of your time is spent doing things that make a difference, because everybody else is wasting the 80% of their life, right? You can't, 100% of your life is never going to work. Empirically, it's not going to work. It's always going to divide out into approximately 80-20. So that means that business owners, you don't need to focus on 100% of your customers. You only need to focus on 20% of your customers. And of the 20% of your customers that you're focusing on, 80% of those customers are only going to buy from you one time. 20% of those customers are going to buy from you multiple times. So you can really, really only focus your resources on about 7% of everybody who's buying from you, right? When we make these, for me as a content creator, I'll be totally honest with you. 80% of the people who watch this video are going to do dick all with it. They're never going to change. They're never going to apply any of the information. They're probably turning it off right now. Fuck you, goodbye. That's fine, because we don't create this for them.
You're right.
We create this for the 20% who's going to watch this shit to the end. The 20% that's nodding their head as they hear us talk. The 20% that says, oh, I never thought of it that way, right? Why am I spinning my wheels trying to save 80% of my relationships and ignoring the 20% of my relationships that are easy? What would happen if I put all of my effort into the relationships that are easy and make me feel good and are productive, and I said, fuck it, to the 80% of relationships that I don't care about, right? Why do I feel obligated to my mom who doesn't feel obligated to me? Why do I feel obligated to my boss who doesn't feel obligated to me? Why do I feel obligated to my church that doesn't feel obligated to me? Oh, wait, you mean there's an option where I don't have to do that? And even better, scientifically, sociologically, and psychologically, the evidence suggests I will be more successful when I cut those bastards out of my life. It changes the game. It's what changes $100,000 a year businesses into $500,000 a year businesses. What changes struggling influencers into successful influencers. It's what changes normal people into intelligence operatives.
God, I feel like I'm sitting in front of myself. It's so nice to talk with you. You get it.
Freedom! So fresh, so new. Freedom!